Hello everyone. Today I want to read another story from my book, Devilish Tales by Andy Williams. You can find it on Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. It's also available on the Kindle. Anyway, me and my mother used to talk about ghost stories, and this book was inspired by her because she used to tell me a lot of ghost stories. Some have changed, of course, and a lot of them are in the books. A lot of them in the book is stories that I've written myself. Came from my own inspiration. But we used to watch a lot of horror movies and stuff, and I miss her a lot because she passed on herself. Me myself, I'm an Army vet, and I did over 20 years aviation on and off, and I just graduated from school. I got an associate now in information and technology. I'm looking for work. I've done a lot in my life. I got a family. I preach the word, the gospel over here on TikTok and YouTube, and I'm happy, And I just want to share this book with the people that like to read, These stories are short, a lot of them are just 1 page, maybe 2 pages. They're not dirty stories. You can share them with your kids, and they're not scary, But if you do like to read and you still want to pick up a book, it's a short book, as a matter of fact, very short. It's only got 74 pages, oddly enough, because people don't really read books like that anymore. People don't want to read a thick book sometimes anymore. Anyway, so here we go. This is called You Have to Walk Alone From Here. My mother died of cancer when I was 19, leaving behind 4 children, my 2 brothers and my sister, of which I was the youngest. Our father had passed away 6 years before that, and my mother was grief-stricken. I don't think she ever got over the loss of her husband, and maybe she was already half dead long before she even got sick. She said she was like a piece of hair had been stolen or lost, or maybe she just didn't recover from it. So when my mother had died, I was the one who was grief-stricken because I was the baby and I was the closest to her, and we had spent so much time together. While she was sick, I even prayed that the Lord would make her well and take me instead. Forgive me, Lord. There we go. But that didn't happen. So maybe that's why she stuck around for so long before moving on. After she died, people that didn't know her would sometimes approach me and ask me who that fair-skinned lady that usually was with me. Apparently, she had been walking around alongside me ever since she took her last breath. I thought that was odd, but they seemed certain that an older woman that stayed close to me, they said a spirit, was walking around with me. Now, I'm a firm believer in ghosts, but I never dreamed that I would have my own personal ghost companion, and my brothers and sisters, they never saw her. They were just as uncertain as I was, but the description that the people gave, it fit her completely. It had been her, I was kind of happy to know that she was still with me, but at the same time, I didn't want to keep her from moving on, but if that's what was meant to happen, it was meant to happen. Well, years went by, and I started a family of my own, and one night my mother came to me in a dream and said, I have been with you for a long time now, and I am tired, and I need to rest, so you will have to go on alone from here. I wanted to look after you till you became a woman that could stand on her own, and I am proud of you. I will always be with you in spirit. I woke up from my dream crying because it was so sad to know that she was willing to look out for me all those years until she was sure that I was going to be okay. Nobody mentioned seeing her after that night, but I knew in my heart she was always going to be with me. And parents, they take care of you all the time, and it would be nice to know that even after they're gone, they're still watching out after us. I like to think that she's still watching out after me and my mother. I mean, because that story is not my story. But I would like to think that my mother is still watching out after me after all those years that she's passed on. I love her and miss her every day. Anyway, God bless y'all, and thanks for listening. And if you ever feel like, purchasing my book, if you don't, it's okay. God still bless y'all. It's on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. You can also Google it, Devilish Tales, Book 1 by Andy Williams. You can find it like that. And God bless y'all. Amen.